was actually started by Thor, who's the president, who's not here today. But he kind of wanted a club for philosophical discussion. So it started out like twice a week. The club would get together a couple of semesters ago and to do, I call it salon-style discussion, where there's a topic at the beginning of the day and you just discuss it. Things like where does life begin, or various arguments for theistic belief, cosmological argument, ontological, etc. Or current events. We discussed whether or not the Pope should be arrested. There was that deal with Dawkins and Hitchens recently. Skepticism means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And sometimes that manifests itself in the form of conspiracy theories, saying, I'm skeptical of what the mainstream media puts out there, and I think that this happened.
Recently, members from the club went to Skeptical, a conference in San Francisco dedicated to promoting and furthering concepts of skepticism. Members who went enjoyed Eugenie Scott's definition of skepticism. Scott started Bay Area Skeptics, who claim to be the longest-running skeptics organization in the country. She now works for the National Center for Science Education, which fights for causes like keeping evolution being taught in schools.
Her definition of skepticism was delaying judgment until you have enough evidence, one way or the other, to state your opinion, which I agree with.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it counters the sort of, I don't know, layperson's notion of skepticism, which is just automatically doubting everything you hear just because you're a skeptic and that's what you do.
Yeah.
And focusing on just the delaying judgment until you have enough evidence to at least convince you of your position. I think is a good one.
We just started kind of promoting the club on campus. The Christian clubs do a lot of promotion, and one of the reasons why I wanted to be more active in this club is because there are Christian youth groups out there that are great for Christians. I mean, it's a social outlet. They get to do things, and there wasn't one for atheists or skeptics, to use the other half of our title. So I kind of wanted to promote that a little bit, to get people that hadn't heard about us yet to know that there was a social outlet that wasn't a Christian youth group. So everyone likes high fives. We did High Five an Atheist. We did Ask an Atheist, because we get all sorts of questions from people not understanding, because it's a very different perspective than a lot of theistic ones. Not understanding important things like how do you derive morality.
I love the Thursday meetings. Almost every single meeting, I feel like it's like an intellectual workout. I leave with that intellectual exhaustion of like, oh my god, I've been thinking about stuff so hard for 2 hours. You know, the animal rights one is the one I always go back to. That was probably the most compelling conversation I've had in recent history. Just if you are the morality of saying that you don't want, if you believe in the not harming living things, does that extend to animals, that sort of thing.